Alpha's in the way, Davey. Great Scott! I feel the need for speed. Cowabunga, dude! You're a wizard, Harry.
Welcome to the When Harry Met Movies podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Harry Met Me podcast. My dad.
Were you unsure of who your name was then?
Yeah.
You were like, looking up as if... Do you know about that?
I have to look up because I have to like try.
That's a memory thing that, you know.
Yeah, I have to.
It's like a conscious thing. It's apparently, I can't remember which way around it is. If you look one way, it means you're lying, and if one way, it's... Because one way you're looking into your memory, and the other way you're looking into your creativity. So...
I noticed I do it a lot in school.
I do it in my work. This is an amazing one for the listeners. Where I have to add up and work things out,
yeah.
And I always look up. And
yeah,
me and a woman that I work with always say, she's like, "Oh, look at my calculator." But anyway, that's a sidetrack for people. I'm sure people have all do it themselves. So yes, welcome to the show where you tell people about the show.
Basically, Dad Schmidt films from his life and we review them.
I like how you changed to the life thing.
Yeah, because I'm used to saying...
Yeah, more of them now are getting up, like, more recent, because we're doing it by film categories, it gives me a bit more scope to...
Yeah, because...
Then you're older to introduce to films that might be different for you.
Yeah.
But when I watched them the first time, I was like, wow. No. Anyway, I digest. So yes, we're in the middle of Musical Month, and we are doing The Commitments. We covered it briefly in the last one. I'm doing musicals that aren't necessarily just a musical, that use music in some form. It's not just there is singing and stuff like that in it, but not like necessarily an out-and-out musical. But funny enough, 3 of them are stage musicals as well. We covered Once last time, which has become a stage musical. The Commitment is also a stage musical.
And we got Grease.
Yeah.
I think you've mentioned, so I think you can mention it.
We will start the show off anyway, where we do something just to sort of challenge each other a bit, really. And this is one where we pick a character. These are cartoon characters, and the other person has to get you to. I have to work out what it is by asking yes or no questions. You can't, obviously, and whoever can do it with the least is better. He's already got one, but I'm just making sure I can't see the others in case we. Right. So we already know it's a cartoon character, which is a winner.
Yeah.
Are they male?
Yes.
Have they also ever been in live action?
Yeah.
Oh. Are they human?
No. What do you mean by live action? They've been in a film with real people.
No, so like Disney make a lot of the films into live action films now.
Yeah.
So has there been a live action version of this?
Not like Disney's film though. There's been live action one, not like Disney's.
Okay, confusing. So
like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, there you go. It's like that.
Okay. It's like Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
No, it's like how they've got human actors in them cartoons like that. How they've got the cartoon hair.
So it's appeared in a film like that. So
yeah, it's like that.
Has this person appeared in Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
No, I'm trying to say. What you mean by that? Like not like Disney live action, where it's not live, it's CGI and stuff. It's got it's in the character, the cartoon characters I've got. They are.
They're played by a real person at some point.
No, they're not.
So hang on. So the male, there's been a live action film.
Yeah.
And the human.
No, I didn't say human.
Is it Stitch?
No.
No.
It's hard to explain because
Are they an animal?
Yeah.
Are they? So I'm going to focus on the cartoon. I think it's going to be easier. Is it a Disney film?
Yes.
You don't seem sure about that.
No, I had to remember. I know Disney owns them, but I don't know. I think they've had a film.
I feel you've completely thrown me off with that.
If you want, you can install if you want, because I think the live action one might throw me off because I don't. Cause I know how the live action film, but they're not played by anyone.
So not human or animal. Does this film have songs in it?
That's quite. No, but not what I can remember now.
Right. Is it a Pixar film?
No. I did say it's Disney films, but.
Yeah, but Disney and Pixar are different.
Oh yeah, true.
So Disney would could be anything, but Pixar would be specifically things like Lion King, Toy Story and Wall-E and things like that. Animal. Are they like a form of feline, like a cat or something, or a lion or something?
No.
Like that? Are they a real animal?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like a dragon or something isn't real.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
This is hard. Male is it something we've covered on the podcast?
No.
Is the film funny?
I've not watched the film for a while, so I can't tell you that.
Okay, I'm not getting charged for that question. Are they an animal that you'd have in your house?
No.
In a jungle?
No.
Have you ever seen this animal in real life?
Yes. The species I have, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Are they the main character?
I don't know. No, I'm gonna say no.
So is the film named after them?
Yes.
How are they not the main character?
I can't say because it'll just give it away. That's the thing. You have to ask the good
Is
question.
it Mufasa?
No.
I know you said it wasn't a
Yeah.
feline. Male, you said, yeah.
Yeah.
The actual animal.
Yeah.
Are they? And there's something that you'd find. Do you say in a jungle?
No.
Not in a jungle. And not a pet. Something you have as a pet. Something you've seen in a zoo.
Yeah, a species of this animal, yeah.
Would you have the animal on a farm?
No. I thought I...
I don't do very well here at all. Disney. Oh my god, this is gonna kick. I'm gonna kick myself for this. Aren't
Yeah,
I?
you will when you figure out who it is.
So is there an animated version of this film, and is there a live action version of this film?
There's an animated version, and the live action has the character in it, but they're not played by a human. They're voiced by a human.
So yes, there's been a live action version of. So
Yeah.
For argument's sake, if it was Lion King, there's a live action version.
Yeah.
Of it.
So it's like Paddington Bear. I'm not saying it is. How you got humans and you got the CGI bear for that.
What live action versions of films have you done?
I give you. I don't think it was. It's not named after the main character of the live action film. I don't think it is.
But the animated version is.
Yeah. I don't know if it is. I don't remember fully.
Are you confusing me now?
So I just know that. I feel bad because I don't know.
So you've got Is this one of my favourite films?
No, but maybe one of your favourite characters. And one of your favourite characters is in the film this is in.
They made a Lego set.
Yeah.
Do I own the Lego set?
Yes. Yeah.
That's a Disney film.
Yeah.
Is it Rocket?
No.
Is it a Marvel film?
No. I'll just do an animated thing, so has Marvel done an animated film?
I was just thinking that Rocket's been in animated stuff as well, doesn't it? Like What If or whatever. Is it just a film or is it TV? Is it a TV series as well? If I get to 30, which I'm only 7 or whatever, I think 30 should be our cut-off.
I can't answer that one, not on top of my head. I know they've had, like, I'm trying to put it, they've had not like a show, but they've had like, you know, like when you're on TV, they shot like a little like shows up and stuff. It's not like a show. I don't think they have a show at all.
Okay. Were they in Disneyland? Were they in Disneyland Paris when we went? Did you see them? Not that you can remember.
No.
Are they a monkey?
No. And you're gonna kill yourself when you figure out this.
I feel you throw me way off or something.
If you want, you can restart if you want.
No. I've only got 5 questions. Are they yellow?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Come
Are they a bird? Are they a fish?
on. No, you're wasting your guesses here.
Not some form of cat. They're not that.
I've
Which creatures are yellow?
It's a bit of a hint. You have a title from the characters from this.
Wally.
No. It's on your leg, I think.
Is it Dobby?
No. Do you have a title, do you?
No, but I've only got Wally and Eve on my leg.
Have you? And then does Mum have the title of it? Oh.
Is it Winnie the Pooh?
Yeah. Because I knew they had a live action film, but I didn't know what it was actually called.
Winnie the Pooh, Christopher Robin.
That's what I meant.
That was hard.
Sorry, Dad, I really messed you up there.
I'm not sure what we did see him in Disney. Right.
I know they have a ride at Disney, but I don't. So I don't know if they did. I know they had a film, but I don't know if they had a show.
Okay. You've only got to beat 29, so you've got a good chance of being it here, mate.
Okay.
I wonder if people at home will even work that what that was.
Yeah, I can. Okay. Are they an animal?
No.
Okay. Are they human?
Yes.
Okay. The human. Okay. That animal too. Okay.
Not an animal.
Okay, that's what I meant. So, is it a Disney film?
Yes.
Like a Disney film? Is it a Pixar film?
Yep.
Ooh, okay. A human There's not a lot of humans in it. Pixar films. Is it popular?
Yeah.
Okay. You said so it's not one of the top.
Yeah, I would say it is.
I've got loads of guesses here. I can't see how quick I can get it. Okay, it's human.
Keep asking, remember.
No. Is it Boo?
No.
Is it a male?
Yes.
Okay, it's a male Pixar. It's popular, you said. Have they got a Disney ride? The film it's based on.
Not that I know of. So I'd say
Okay.
no.
Have they got superpowers?
Yes.
Okay. Not. Is it Mission Incredible?
Yeah.
How many did they get in?
10.
That's my record.
I pulled it out and I thought he's either going to get this really easily or he's going to be miles away for ages. So, let's go on to the film that we are talking about, which is A Commitment. I'm going to do something where we have a period of 1 second for every minute of the movie, and the film was an hour and 58 minutes to talk about the plot. So we have 1 minute and 58 seconds.
Tails.
Heads a go to me. The Commitment sees a young guy called Jimmy decide that he wants to start a band based in Ireland. So he begins to put together a group of various different people to form a soul band, which is very against type in where he lives. The film sees him audition lots of people. Eventually they build a group which consists of backing singers, drummers, saxophone players, an old guy that's apparently worked, Joey the Lips, has worked with loads of famous people, and it sees them trying to take the band up to a big success. Deco the singer causes the most problems because he's quite aggressive and angry and a bit of a loudmouth and thinks he's God's gift. And the film basically accumulates into a point where they are going to work. Otis Redding, I think it is it? No, Wilson Pickett is going to come and jam with him. He's a famous soul singer, and they don't believe it's going to happen. The band keeps arguing because they'll start getting a bit of egos, and they split up. And just as they split up and leave, Wilson Pickett turns up at the place where they are going to perform with him, and they've missed their opportunity to become famous. And I've done that with 34 seconds left, which I think is kind of the plot of the film.
Yeah.
That was quite a good recap myself, if I do say so myself. I always like to give you some film facts. It came out in 1991, so it is one of the older films. It's 15, an hour and 58 minutes. I'd have been 11 or 12 at this time. The budget was 12 million, worldwide gross was only 14 million. It was 80th for the year. The top 5 films were Disney's Beauty and the Beast, Terminator 2, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, Silence of the Lambs and City Slickers. And we've covered 3 of them. The film is 158 minutes long, and the F word is said 169 times during the film, so it's a lot of swearing. There was a sequel planned where the idea was the band would reform and it was set in New York, but it never came about. Glenn Hansard, who was basically plays one of the guitar players and was in the previous film we just watched, he really didn't enjoy the filming of it at all, and therefore didn't act after this until once. A lot of the people that auditioned for the roles, but when they didn't get on, there are people in the background of the film, so they did get jobs in the end, but just not as leads. The bass player plays his guitar upside down because he's left-handed, so he flips it around.
Everybody's left-hand guitars, I think.
And the guy who plays the lead singer, Deco, his dad came to audition for a role and suggested his son auditioned, and his dad, and he was only 16 when he auditioned. He'd have been about 17 with
to me,
he looks much older.
How did
so he's only like a year or so older than you, maybe 2 at best.
How?
Yeah. So those are the film facts.
You could get into any bar without asking ID.
We always do call plot questions where we ask random questions. I always ask some bit more related to the subject that we're doing at the time, which this time is we're doing musicals. So I asked it yesterday, do you think the music is integral to the part of this? So if they were just a band and you never really heard them play, would it matter?
No, because obviously the music kind of shows that ego's coming out, I guess.
Okay.
What change if this came out today? That's a bit more interesting.
It's very similar to Once, and in fact it almost feels like it's quite guerrilla filmed, if you get what I mean. It's like quite handheld and stuff like that, so the quality might have been better in that sense.
I think maybe.
I don't think this gets made now.
No, it will not get made.
I don't think it can be made because a lot of films like this don't get made.
Yeah,
since COVID, slight tangent here, since COVID, studios aren't willing to take as big of a risk on films. So you're either buy a really famous director or starring someone really famous, or you are already a part of some IP. So Dog Mama came out and Minecraft was coming out and the Marvel films and DC films, but or even Transformer films, something that's already got a fan base that will automatically go and watch it. The only things other than that are generally by like a really famous director. There's very few films that are made. So films like this are rarer to come out. What was your favourite music moment?
I think they do a lot of covers, don't they?
Yeah, they're all covers.
I don't really remember which I particularly like. I don't mind them all.
I think this famous song is Mustang Sally from this.
Yeah.
I quite like the end where he sings. I can't think what he sings, but he sings like a really slow one near the end. It's like his last song. He's a really good singer.
Yeah, he is.
He shouldn't sing like the way he can for his age.
Yeah, again, he does not. Does it hold up?
I think so.
Tired, Dad.
Too cute, excuse me. Yeah, I think it holds up. I think it's nothing's massively dated because it's set at its time anyway. So it's still, if it was still set at that time, then it would still be relevant. I don't think you can necessarily modernise it in the same way. Funniest character?
Probably the main singer.
Yeah, I would have said that. Or the guy that's like the security guy is quite funny.
Oh yeah, and then he comes to drummer.
Yeah.
Favourite character?
Probably the security guy. I can't remember. One's called Mickey. One he replaces because he becomes the drummer, like you say. One's called Mickey and one's called Billy, and I can't remember which way around it was.
I think it's Mickey.
To him.
Oh, it might be Billy. Anything uncomfortable in the film?
No, it's nothing massively dated it, I don't think. Anything you did not like about the film?
Not top of my head, no.
Do you think it's a good example of a musical?
It's a different take on a musical, I'd say.
Can you see why it's become a musical since?
Yeah, because you could probably do stuff with it, can't you? What's the film aimed at?
Probably 18 to sort of mid-20s, I would say. So why don't we just talk about the film? What did you like, what didn't you like? Can you see why I suggested it, can you not?
I can say it's just because obviously it's a unique version of a musical. It's very different to ones which we could...
Like I said, I just didn't want all singing and dancing musicals. We'd probably do musicals again at some point, because there's a lot you can do for this.
Yeah. I don't know, there's actually a lot of them, jeez. I do think... I do love the band in it, because they vibe off each other, don't they? And honestly, Mickey's just so fun. I think it's Mickey. No, is it Bill? It's annoying me now.
I can't remember which way around it is. Even when I googled it, it didn't really come up with anything.
I do like how he is in the film, because to me it's so funny. Just like when it's their first gig and the kids trying to get on it, he just runs up to them and like scares them and stuff. Like what is it called? The band leader, would you say?
The manager.
Yeah, the manager. When he's getting some money, like beaten up and getting money took home, he just launches out off the stage and just starts attacking them. And he's got his balloon and he just gets back on the drums and just carries on. And nothing.
I'm even googling it now to see if I can see which one was which. So yeah, it's Mickey.
Yeah. And stuff like he's just.
Billy's the other one.
Yeah, 'cause he's not in it much and he just leaves.
Yeah.
It's sad, but.
Do you think that? So it was massively popular at the time. Like it became like a bit of a cult film, really. I would say. Do you think a lot of that's due to them? Watching it now from a personal point of view, I think it's more to do with the music than it is to do with the actual film.
Yeah, because the music's probably more popular, isn't it?
I think the music made the film in this scenario. So, I think some of the films we've watched, we will find that the music isn't necessarily, it doesn't have to be in it.
Sure.
Whereas this one, I think, without the music, I don't think it's as good. I think it'd struggle. I don't think it'd be half as popular without the music.
Yeah, because honestly, like, I don't remember what a lot of the songs were in this, but obviously they're bands, so they're gonna have to sing, aren't they? So, like, I like how what is it? I think their first gig, one of them always throws up, and then they trip the electric, don't they?
Yeah.
So I'm like,
I think, if I'm being honest about, I don't want to give my thoughts away, but I think the ending's a bit disappointing.
yeah.
I think you kind of expect it to go a bit. I think the film would have been slightly better if he had become a bit more famous.
But then they eventually split off. 'Cause I think
Yeah.
I like how it says, one of the backup singers, I don't remember which one it is or her name. She's now part of a cowgirl band or something.
Yeah.
And then the other one of them's like in prison, I'm pretty sure. And, like, what the saxophone, which I love him, and he's like now in the saxophone band and stuff.
So he's part of the reason they split up, isn't he? Because he starts becoming a bit big-headed.
Yeah, because he's really good saxophone.
Yeah. So I suppose I think maybe I'm wrong, but maybe to me it was just I knew how it ended when we rewatched it.
Yeah.
But I kind of thought it might have fared better if the end was you saw them become famous or start to become famous,
Yeah.
and because they never. It's almost like it's missing, for want of a thing, like a montage in the middle where they start going to, you see them doing those little gigs and getting
stuff.
bigger and popular and more popular.
Yeah.
And the point where they are, maybe they're not famous, but they're at a point where they're really popular and locally, and everyone wants to come, and that's when it goes wrong.
Yeah.
If I was being picky, that's what I kind of would have wanted more from a film, a bit more.
Oomph.
Yeah, a bit more of a payoff at the end.
Like, my only hate is when he's pretend to get interviewed in the bath. He's just like, see ya. That would be me.
So do you think he's starting a band because he wants to become famous, or he wants to be, well, because he wants to be a famous manager more than he wants to, because keeps saying how they're going to be urban and all raw and all that sort of stuff, but actually I think it's more that he just wants to become rich from it.
Famous rich. Which is
What else do you like about it?
Because obviously,
Not like about it.
I'm trying to think, because I'm trying to remember seeing liked on it. I do think, because I think they could have gone, because what I know then, Ireland, am I wrong with that, or like the knee?
Irish.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
so
Ireland, yeah.
it's when I think it's set when it's like I don't know what they call it, when they were like low money in the country and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah,
So I would
economic crisis sort of thing.
So I'd kind of like to see them go into more on that, because then it would
Yeah, it must. Maybe that's why it doesn't, because there's a lot of violence and stuff happening around those times.
they just
And maybe they're trying to avoid that. And this is kind of meant to be a bit more, not upbeat, but it'd been very easy, I suppose, to see the impact of. So like, there's a lot of political violence.
Yeah.
So maybe there'd have been, if there was a bomb exploded, which happened a lot during those times, that maybe they're trying to show a different side of Ireland.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But I would just like them maybe because I think they do kind of do it, because I think one of the backup singers I don't with she has a baby, I think.
There's Imelda, Natalie and Bernie. Imelda's the blonde one.
I think it's Bernie. She has a kid, I think.
Okay.
And he goes to and you see how busy her house is, which kind of shows that there's not a lot of place for them to live. And you kind of see how
there's a lot of people live together. Yeah.
you see how bad the streets are and stuff. But then I would kind of like if they stuck that tone and maybe showed that maybe they give some money towards the community and stuff.
Maybe, yeah.
That's my big gripe with it, really, because I think a lot of the songs I don't remember a lot of the songs in it.
So the music's not memorable for you.
Yeah.
It's interesting because it is. That's what I think people remember about this film now.
Really.
Yeah. I think more people could tell you songs from it than they could tell you what actually happens in the film. Interesting. So, should we rate the film?
Yeah.
Give me 1 second to bring my screen up. So for our newer listeners, where have you been? But we rate our films out of 5. 5 being a great example of So it has to not only be a really good film, but also a really good example of the genre that it's meant to be. And then a 4-star is an excellent film just on its own merit. 3 is a recommendation. 2, maybe it's on TV, give it a watch. And 1 is an avoid. What are you rating me?
3.5.
Interesting. So, I always do a letterbox review when I watch the film, so I will bring my letterbox review. A fun film focusing on the performing of a band. The music and performances are what makes the film memorable, with a cast that all have moments to shine. However, the music carries the film and the ending is a little disappointing. 2.5 I gave it. I was thinking about it, I was like, would I actively watch it again? Not necessarily. Would I say not to watch it? No. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not, I wouldn't go out of my way to watch it, but also if someone said, oh, I watch a Commitment, like, what's it like? I wouldn't say no, it's rubbish, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
So it kind of was a bit of an awkward one for me to categorise. But yeah, so overall it gives it a 3, which is still a recommendation. So it's still a positive spin, I guess. We always do at some point a bit of a film quiz. Harry is doing Marvel, and I get general film ones, so you guys go away first.
You might get this one. In the 2017 reboot of the Saw trilogy, was titled after which main suspect?
Jigsaw?
Yeah.
I've never seen the films.
Same.
What is the name of Thor's mother? Arida, Katla, Shearia, or Frigga?
Frigga.
Mm-hmm.
In Rogue One, a Star Wars story, what was the primary mission of the Rebel Alliance?
To steal the plans to the Death Star.
Is that the newest ones?
It's the one that's set before the Star Wars.
Yeah.
Where was Ant-Man trapped after Thanos' snap? On an island, a Hydra facility, in his lab, the Quantum Realm.
Quantum Realm. What is the name of all of the Jack Reacher books?
Lee Child, we've had that one before.
Yeah. Did you get it? You might get them all. No, you get this one.
What does Steve Rogers have to help him become more acquainted with the modern world? A list of things to research, watch and listen to. A class of modern life, a guidebook, a mentor.
A guidebook, isn't it?
I think I think that's a difficult one because you're basing it on the book that he carries,
yeah,
which is his list of research. So I'm going to give you that because I think having a guidebook in there is a bit confusing.
Yeah, Disney character Aladdin was modelled after which Hollywood actor?
Tom Cruise. Which superhero, also known as Carol Danvers, is played by Brie Larson? She-Hulk, Captain Marvel, Scarlet Witch, or Black Widow?
Not Darkwood, not Captain Marvel, I think. Well, there's She-Hulk and who else?
She-Hulk, Captain Marvel, Scarlet Witch, or Black Widow?
She-Hulk.
Nope. Captain Marvel.
Damn it!
I thought you'd have got that one.
No,
I don't. Put it away because I thought that one's bagged.
I don't know what characters' names.
So we are doing the second film of the month. So we always like to pull out what we're going to do for the next month. We have various film themes.
We'll have a little debate on which one.
We pull a few out and then we decide which one we're going to go with.
I've had them before.
There's a lot in here.
Yeah, I like digging. See what I like this one.
Have you had any of those before? Because there's a lot in here and we seem to pull out the same few and debate each other.
Yeah, I think we've had 2 of these.
You've only got 2 in your hand.
Yeah, so because book adaptations and director, I think we've had them before.
Right, so we'll get 2 each. Yeah, we've had that one. Okay, so what have you got?
I've got non-Disney, which I don't believe we've done before or had.
Okay.
And then I've got 80s fantasy.
So we got 80s fantasy, non-Disney, and we'll go with 3, and 80s comedy.
I like 80s comedy because I.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah. Easy, simple. Bye bye.
Oh, that's a 5. It's a 5 month as well. So because there's a lot to delve into on that. So that's our show. I'm not saying it's groundbreaking or amazing, but I think it's quite. We enjoy doing it. We're coming up to our 200th episode.
Happy birthday! So you can't really say
it'll
that.
be one of the ones for this month.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be 80s comedy month.
We'll take out which episode it'll be and then we can celebrate. I'll get a cake.
So feel free to give us a follow on. It's novels. We'll put that one away so we don't redo the character. It's a follow us wherever you can on When Harry Met Movies, and thanks a lot for listening. Like and subscribe, and let everybody know about our show.
Bye, Scott. Bye.
Thanks for that. Bye bye now.